Hi there, this is Sandy Reese with StampinCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I want to welcome you back to our third project using this adorable counting sheep stamp set and sheep dies from our summer celebration catalog. Through the end of September, either one or both of these can be yours for free. You can pick one with a $50 order, or with a $100 order, you can get both of these for free. So there is a link below in the description that tells you where to go to do your shopping. You can also click on the link below to my blog. I'll have measurements, supplies, and yeah, another link to shop if you would like. So today I am excited. We're going to do an 8x8 sampler. I try to do one a month. So this is our September sampler. I'm going to start out with just a piece of 8x8 basic white thick cardstock. I chose the thick one. It gives a little stronger base. So we're going to set that aside and work on our 4 panels. Okay, our 4 panels, we're going to start with a mat of early espresso. So these are all cut 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. All right, then we're using the Beauty of the Earth designer paper. I'm using the sky pattern for the fronts. So these are cut 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Let's see, I've got to decide which way I want them to go. That one's got a little more detail. I'm gonna go that way. And I think I'm gonna switch these around. I don't know, I just like to kind of play around with them until I get what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is kind of a scene builder stamp set. So we're gonna build a few scenes. I've got 3 pieces, we have 3 sheep in this set, so we're gonna add all 3 sheep on here. But I need some grass for my 3 sheep. They're gonna be on rolling hillsides. You know, who doesn't want to see sheep on rolling hillsides? So let's stamp a little bit of grass on each one. We're going to do a little trimming. But I want to give a little texture to our green here. Kind of have some going off. There we go. All right. Perfect. Now we're going to cut, whoops, look out. Paper's flying. We're going to cut out some hillsides. So we're going to start on this one and kind of go up and have this going uphill. And we're going to do one here. We'll kind of have that going downhill. So let's start kind of where we're off there. I'm just going to cut off that other piece of grass. So now this one's going downhill. This one, we'll just give him his own little hill by himself. Okay, I'm gonna build it up. I'm gonna put my sentiment up here. So what I've done is cut a little piece of the granny apple green that's just 1 inch tall by 2 1/2 wide. So that's gonna just go across the middle. Well, I think let's just glue these down now to our sky pieces. I'm gonna wait on gluing it to the espresso. I'm gonna make sure I don't have anything hanging over so that I could trim it if I need to. But it's always good to stamp first and then do your gluing, just in case accidents happen. Our paper's double-sided, so you can always flip it over and go on the other side if you need to. All right. And we'll glue this going right across the center. Cute. Okay. All right, so far we have our base, the base of our panel. So next I've done a little die cutting ahead of time just because this takes a while and there's lots to die cut. So I think what I want to do is I need to trim off this post. This is a little too long to fit on my panel. So I'm actually just trimming off that post. Make sure there's nothing hanging here. to look weird. And we're gonna put a fence on just one of these panels. I'm putting just a little bit of Tombow, and scooch that over so I don't see any of that brown. Well, that's not too bad. We'll get a little bit of a gap there, but not too bad. All right, so we've got that. We're gonna do a little sun. I think we'll pop up our sun. Dimensionals, that's what I'm looking for. I want to add just a little extra color, a little pop of brightness. So we're going to put a sun up there. What next? Let's go ahead and add our sheep. So we've got 3 different sheep in this set. I love these sheep, so cute. He's my favorite. If you haven't watched the other videos, you can always go back. Make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss out on some upcoming videos. In October, we're going to have some giveaways. So you want to make sure you don't miss out on any of those. All right, so I'm using my, whoops, I'm not a good colorer unless I get up really close, but then my head would be in the way and that would look silly. Whoops, we missed one. I could hear you guys saying you missed one. Okay. All right, so now we're using the light smoky slate to do his legs and ears. Okay, I'm gonna do his face. I wanna make sure I don't color in the eyeballs. That's a danger. I need to have some white of his eyes. I'm just coloring these all the same. Now you could absolutely color them differently. That's the best thing about being able to do these at home. You can color everything the way you want to color them. All right. My first video using this, I did a pink sheep. That's my favorite sheep so far. I'm just going with the normal colors today. Although I think it would be cute to do some fun, you know, multicolored sheep. All right, let's add a little bit of shading on this guy. Just doing a little bit. He already has some shading marks in there, so there's not a whole lot I need to do. Maybe a little bit under where his ear would be. Okay. All right, so we've got our sheep done. Now we need to decide where we're gonna put them. All right. Grab a couple dimensionals. We're going to take this little guy who's frolicking, and I think the sun, and frolicking under the sun is a good place if we have enough room for him. Put my sun down kind of low, so we'll squeeze him on there. I think this guy, we'll put this one in front of our fence. He's just kind of hanging out in the pasture, not doing a whole lot. Got a little bit of blue there showing, which I don't like. Let me grab my espresso marker and see if I can color that so you don't see it. Yep, that works. Okay, problem fixed. All right, now we've got one more sheep. He's gonna go over on this hill. Pop him up. I'm gonna put him put this one right over to the side. Now this is why I didn't glue this down yet, because I've got a little bit of green hanging over. So we need to trim that. If I can find my scissors, here they are. Just gonna trim it from the back, trim that extra off. Okay. Now, I did do a little flag because I wanted to add a little more yellow, a little brighter pop of color. And I'm not doing birthday. I just wanted to do just kind of a fun all-purpose. So we're going to take this little flag and put it in our sheep's hand. All right, but we need something on the flag. So I found we have these little shaker shapes, super cute. They're in the annual catalog, and they're really just kind of like sequins, or they're thicker than sequins, but they're for putting in a shaker dome. So I'm gonna take out the heart. So we've got green circles, yellow stars, which I love, and then not white, what color is this? Pink hearts. So I'm going to do a little pink heart on his flag. I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow. That's probably too much. Let's pull a little bit off. Wipe a little bit off. All right, and then we're going to just stick that heart right on there. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, I think these three are done, so let's work on our sentiment. Okay, so I wanted a sentiment that would work for any occasion, just kind of something to have on a sampler. A lot of our sentiments are for card purposes, so they're like, you know, wishing you or happy birthday. This is my backup espresso stamp pad. It's broken, you can see here. It's quite the mess. But my other one is downstairs for class tonight, so we're just going to have to make do with getting ink all over ourselves. So I'm using a sentiment from this stamp set called Enjoy the Moment, and you could do either Enjoy the Moment, and I'm going to use Friendship is Found in Simple Things. So that is the sentiment, and I'm using a small stitch rectangle out of our stitch rectangle dies, and hopefully I'll get that centered perfect. We're going to try to put this back together. My poor ink pad has been abused, but it just means it's well loved. All right, so we're going to put this on here, but I want to put a little bit of ribbon too. So this is our kind of our espresso ribbon. It's a little bit thicker. I'm going to try to tie a little bow here, just right around the center of our granny apple green spot. I want to tie it over to the side so I can pop up my sentiment right next to it. All right, we're going to give this a try, see how this goes. You could also use some linen thread, or if you have Daffodil Delight ribbon, or even a white ribbon would look cute. But I thought I would tie in my brown. So I've got it tied nice and tight, but I want a little smaller loop. So let's just pull our tails, ends a little bit. And then we need to trim this. Let's see. Trim right there, and I'm going to trim a little bit off this one, not much. Okay, I like to tie my bows while the ribbon's still on the spools so that I don't waste any. All right, let's get this down a little bit. We want to center this before I put my sentiment on. Make sure my ribbon looks straight. Okay, we're just gonna pop that right up over the ribbon. Oh, so cute. Okay, we're ready to glue to the mats. I put a little glue on my ribbon too to hold it in place. All right. Don't forget, I will post all the measurements and supplies on my blog. The link is below, so you can check that out if you want to make one of these. I've been trying to do an 8x8 sampler each month because I know a lot of you like to do these samplers, and then you switch them out. So last month I did a Christmas one using the penguins, and this month we've got last of summer before fall sets in. some cute sheep. Oh man, now that's sticky. All right, we had an accident, so let's flip this over before we get glue all over everything. Okay, so what do we need next? We're gonna bring in our piece of 8x8 thick basic white cardstock, and then we have our frame. If you want to make one of these, let's see how big. You're gonna need 4 pieces, and these are just, it's 1 1/8 inch thickness. 4 pieces to make a little frame, so it's easy to do your placements. So I'm gonna do this corner. I'm gonna start with this corner. That's my best corner. All right, so let's put, I think I have this guy down in this corner. Just putting a little bit on here, and we can set him right in the corner. All right, I'm gonna do the one above. So the sun kind of is at the top. We're gonna do that. While I'm doing it, I'm just making sure that it all looks pretty straight and even. All right, looks pretty good. I'll do a quick glue on this one. All right, I feel like we're a little crooked, so we're just gonna take that off and put him down. And then last we have our sentiment. And this one I'm just gonna eyeball because I have 2 areas to match up. So we just want it high enough that it's even here and then even on this side. Yay, this is not straight. Let's fix this. It just needs a little bit of tweaking to the left on the top there. Okay, better. All right, there we go. Isn't that cute? Just put this in a frame, and this is great because the brown, it would go in a wood frame. It also goes, my 8x8's a white frame, so it will go perfectly in there as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to click subscribe and check back Thursday. We'll have our last round of celebration products for you to check out, and I will see you then. All right, thanks everybody. Bye-bye.